Tampa Fly. Thanks for joining us today on Fly Tampa Fly. This podcast exists to inspire and grow the aviation small business community in the Greater Tampa Bay area. We're always looking to connect with like-minded people who are looking to grow profitable aviation-centric ventures while staying on task with a greater purpose. Also, in the near future, we're looking to highlight small aviation business owners on this show. We used to do that, and we kind of want to get back into that. So if you know of anyone that fits this bill and is looking to practice their interviewing skills, please connect us. We would love to share their story with our fast-growing community. So without further ado, we got a little bit to get into, but we're going to we've been really working on honing that, keeping it to 20 minutes and less. Unless you guys want more, let me know. Let me know in the comments. But let's get moving. We're going to start with the first slide of the day. Some proposed legislation. A bipartisan bill introduced last week in the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives would require the Federal Aviation Administration to streamline its type certification process for electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxis and other advanced air mobility aircraft. What that means in layman's terms is they're trying to cut some red tape so we can get this eVTOL movement moving a little bit faster, because the rest of the world is not waiting for us, and they're moving pretty darn fast. Now, this bill has been endorsed by the National Business Aviation Association, Aerospace Industries Association, Airports Council International, North America, Association of Uncrewed Vehicle Systems, International General Aviation Manufacturers Association, other leading U.S. air taxi companies such as Joby, Archer, Beta Technologies, and Boeing's Whisk Aero. Now, in 2024, the FAA stood up a special federal aviation regulation, or released a special federal aviation regulation on pilot training and initial operations in the eVTOL world with regards to air taxi, and it alludes to the possibility of using industry-developed consensus standards. So all those people endorsing are industry leaders, and they're coming together to create some sort of consensus standards and kind of agree on the standards that should be set in the ongoing future. And they're going to start that as the means of complying with FAA-approved certification, the certification process. Now, this all falls under the federal government, which created the Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing and Advanced Air Mobility Integration Pilot Program. It's a mouthful. EIPP. During the program, the FAA is expected to permit operations at airports with passengers and in certain cases for revenue. And then the FAA will also continue coordinating under the broader umbrella with regards to the federal programs with other federal agencies as outlined in a broader Transportation Department's Advanced Air Mobility National Strategy. So there's a lot of moving parts, but what's important to you is somebody's trying to cut some red tape somewhere. The politicians are getting involved to cut some red tape so we can move and maintain some sort of technological. I don't want to say we're number one, but we're number one. USA. Anyway, that's a good thing. It's a good thing if you're looking to get into the world of eVTOLs, and it could lead to some great opportunities if you want to start a small business in that world of electric vertical takeoff and landing or advanced air mobility. Some more good news, business-wise, aviation business-wise. A recent survey by Altor, which is a corporate travel management company, private aviation is entering what they consider a more stable and mature phase in 2026. What that means? That means they're making more money in private business aviation. This is driven by repeat customers who are using private aviation as a long-term strategy. And according to the survey, business users now account for the majority of private jet usage, and that's followed by leisure and family travel. These customers see private aviation as a means to protect their time, of course, their productivity and performance. Basically, what it comes down to is you can get to a meeting faster and then move on to something else faster. Time is money. This need is reinforced by the growing trend towards short to mid-range flights, which are estimated 2 to 4 hours. So just if you have a business, small business in the state of Florida, and you could say fly from Tampa to Miami and back without dealing with the traffic on the highway, It's very, very useful. And then let's say you pop up to Jacksonville or Tallahassee, even Pensacola, and then you're back by late afternoon or evening to spend time with your family, have dinner with your family. So private aviation, with regards to the world of business, continues to improve. And I personally, I'm not an expert. I don't see that going away anytime, ever. So a lot of opportunities if you want to get into the world of aviation, small business. Uber, more eVTOL news. They seem to this is the future, and it's happening fast. So I definitely encourage you to look into this with regards to aviation. This is where the future is going to go. I personally think it's going to be less piloted and more drone, but that's probably not going to be in our lifetime. But definitely, if you want to set the stage for your kids, eVTOL is a great place to get into. Uber and Joby Aviation recently unveiled Uber Air, their new on-demand service using Uber's rideshare platform and Joby's 4-passenger electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxi. Joby said it expects to carry its first passengers later this year in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. The partners are initially planning on Uber Black car trips from Dubai's Palm Jumeirah to a nearby Joby airport. So basically from a wealthy neighborhood, they'll pick you up at your home and they'll drive you to this Joby vertiport. From there, the air taxi would fly you to the Dubai International Airport, where another Uber Black car will actually meet you at the vertiport and drive you somewhere on the tarmac to the airport, take you to one of the airport's terminals. Joby has plans to build 4 vertiports in Dubai. One of the vertiports is already under construction at the Dubai airport. Yes, I know it is Dubai. It's not the US of A. However, all this stuff is being tested over there, and the FAA will be watching closely to figure out how to certify eVTOLs here in the US by watching their operations outside the US. Why we can't test it here, that's I'm not in charge. It's not a question for me. That's a question for the FAA, and probably more a question for the Department of Transportation and even higher up, your politicians. Let's move to Florida. We love Florida. That's why we're here, is to build aviation-centric businesses in the great state of Florida. The city of St. Petersburg's Advanced Air Mobility Task Force recently wrapped up their 9 months of meetings, and they released their recommendations on how the city can prepare for advanced air mobility. Advanced air mobility includes the use of electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, known as eVTOLs or air taxi. The first eVTOL aircraft are projected to receive FAA certification within the next year or two. Possible routes could link Albert Whitted Airport with St. Petersburg's downtown waterfront and extend to regional destinations such as Tampa International Airport and Suntracks in Lakeland. Of note, Lakeland is the future home of the first Advanced Air Mobility Testing Center. I did not know that till I read this article. Within the next 3 years, the task force recommends preparing the airport to accommodate early eVTOL operations without immediately building a full vertiport. So they're at least trying to get prepared. It's going to happen. It's going to happen whether they want to prepare or not. Preparations would include updating city code to accommodate advanced air mobility, because currently the city has no formal process for approving such vertiports. If you personally support St. Petersburg preparing for the world of advanced air mobility, this is a good time to reach out to your local city politicians and make your voice heard. It's also a good time if you're looking to start a business to get into the world of aviation. A lot of opportunity for you. We got some stocks, eVTOL stocks. I don't have anything new. I don't have anything new to add to this. I just provide this because it's kind of, it's a business-centric viewpoint, and I ran out of time this month, so I didn't take any notes. I apologize. Next month, I'm pretty sure I'll have some updates to go with the eVTOL stock slide. So bear with me. I'm a work in progress. Maybe I can hire a newscaster to do this. A professional newscaster. Let's see here. Let's do this. All right, our Florida business highlight today is Aero Simulation. They are headquartered in Tampa, Florida. Their mission is to be the leading small business supplier of high-quality, cost-effective training solutions to the U.S. military, which includes full-motion flight simulators. They are a 100% employee-owned company, and they specialize in all aspects of training, device development, modification, and sustainment. They employ nearly 300 engineering, management, manufacturing, logistics, cybersecurity, and maintenance professionals. They have they have quite a few people working for them. But what we saw in them is their simulation, their aviation simulation. Everybody knows the military and the airlines have been using flight simulators forever. What you might not know is that many times these are contracted companies that provide that service for them, and because that's the contract company's core specialty, and they're really good at it. And so a company like Aero Simulation will come in and provide the full motion simulators for whichever part of the government they're working with. In particular, their private customers are the overall Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security, but they also have provided services for allied partners to include Japan, France, and South Korea. Anyway, interesting company. If you don't want to start your own company, Aero Simulations, and you want to work for an aviation-centric company, Aero Simulations could have some opportunities for you. So just go to their website. We'll put it in the comments below if you're interested in learning more how you might get involved with Aero Simulation. We got some winding down here, looking good. Hey, we're looking good on time. Aviation events of note coming up in April is the famous Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo up in Lakeland. I'll be up there probably early in the week. I don't like to hang out with the crowd, so I go early and I see what I have to see, and then I get away from the crowds. But it's still a good time. If you like crowds, it'll be a good time. If you don't, you can join me on the first couple days when they're setting up. Either way, Sun and Fun's coming April 14th through 19th. Maintenance and repair. I forgot what the O stands for. Anyway, it's a maintenance and repair conference. They're coming to Orlando April 21st through 23rd. And then the Future Vertical Flight Forum 82. It's like It's like one of the industry associations. They're coming to West Palm Beach May 5th through 7th. So these are great ways to get involved. We show you these industry events. If you're looking to get into the world of aviation business, you're going to want to go to these events. Choose wisely, because it does cost. If you're on a limited budget, choose your events wisely. But it's a great way to start meeting and networking with the people that could help you get to wherever you want to get to within the world of aviation. And oh, by the way, if you're on a limited budget like I am, these events always need volunteers. If you go and in good faith do your volunteer commitment, and they're very minimal commitments, they're like 2 to 4 hour blocks, and it's not hard work. You might be manning a door, checking tickets and badges, or maybe you show up early and you help set up chairs and set up a room. A lot of times these places are at professional hotels where the manual work, like that kind of stuff, is already being taken care of by the hotel staff. So you're just helping them out with some of that basic administrative tasks, just checking people in, checking people out, and making sure people are going to the rooms that they're allowed to go, because sometimes they have different levels of participation within these conferences. But it's a real easy way to get into these conferences for free. You probably have limited access, but you'll still be around the people you want to be, and you're going to make some good contacts out of doing that. So if you're on a limited budget, go to these industry events. They always have a way to get in for people who are on a budget. As always, if you're looking to get into the world of aviation as a pilot, or you don't even have to be a pilot, AOPA has scholarships, and they have their 2026 scholarships. It looks like their application is going to open up for the spring 2026 period, April 1st through June 30th. And you do have to be an AOPA, Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association. You do have to be a I got to change the slide here. You do have to be a member, but a membership is not that expensive. And if you're a student, sometimes they have student discounts as well, so something to consider. Another place to go if you're looking for scholarships to get into the world of aviation, not just pilots, but mechanics and anything kind of STEM related. Jamail Larkins, a wonderful guy. I met him, I think, a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. And he's created a platform to kind of lead you. He's integrating, he's pulling them all, aggregating all of them together. And so you might be able to find a scholarship that fits your needs to get you into the world of aviation. And then, as always, we will put in the comments below some general aviation scholarship links that we have found in the past. And hey, the opportunity's out there. If you are willing to go after it, it's not going to come to you. You have to go find it. We're going to do our best to provide you some links to help your journey. All right. This brings us to the end of this month's. We're looking good on time, so we're going to try to wrap it up and keep it under that 20 minutes. Always Jetline. We want to thank our sponsors at Jetline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jetlines, they provide flight simulation technologies, purpose-built computer systems that run flight simulation systems in any environment, from the desktop PC to servers running large-scale simulators. Each system is hand-built, stability tested, benchmarked, and optimized to maximize performance and stability with the flight simulators software of your choice. If you need a simulation from desktop to full motion, Jetline, these are your guys to call. They are well known within the industry. They don't even really advertise. I do. I'm advertising more than these guys advertise, but they are that well known within the flight simulation industry. Give them a call. They will give you the answers they will help you find the answers that you're looking for with regards to the solution that might work best for you or your company. As always, I want to thank my other sponsor, Mind My PC. We always want to give them a shout out. They are a cybersecurity and IT sourcing solution for small to medium sized businesses. They're 24 hours, 7 days a week. Availability gives you, the business owner, peace of mind so you can focus on what you do best, which is your business. So if you don't want to be a cybersecurity IT professional, and for example, you would like to be a pilot and not worry about that stuff, well, you need to give Mind My PC a call so you can focus on whatever your business is. And yes, I use their stuff on all of my technology, and they've taken care of me for many years now. So I am a huge fan and a user, more than a fan. And then finally, Skyway Bound Aviation Services. So in the future, we're going to partner with a company called Gray Arrows, and we're going to combine into Gray Arrows Services. And we're going to be able to provide, Skyway Bound will be able to, folding in and under that company, will be able to provide you more opportunities to go from private pilot, instrument, to commercial, to potentially even ATP. I'm working with at least one air transport pilot, rated pilot, and we're working on some other simulation access for some advanced aircraft to bring into our training offering. So stay tuned. But in the meanwhile, if you want to talk about aviation, just reach out to the Skyway Bound team, and we'll try to answer your question to the best of our ability. We want everybody. You don't have to be a pilot. We want everybody to get into the world of aviation. It's been great. It's been great for me. It's been great for a lot of people. And finally, in our last 30 seconds, I always just want to remind you that we hope you enjoyed today's episode. And of course, we invite you to follow and like us on Facebook and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube to stay up to date with our latest video content. And don't forget to tap the bell to receive the alerts when we release new content. And as always, remember, the road is long and it's hard, but you can do it. Just don't quit, my friends. Just don't quit. Remember, the sky is just the beginning. Do not quit, do not quit, do not quit. Now get out there, make something happen. See you guys next time.